I'm gonna go grab Grant, move him to his new party place. Let's go, big boy. Obviously, I'm not going to let him breed the Nigerian dwarves. He's acting a little bit more interested than before. Finally. It's been about the first time that he's actually looked like he might get serious about breeding somebody if they were actually in heat. So that's a big improvement. His face is looking a lot more mature, less baby-like. So hopefully right next to the girls like this, he can be the tell sign. The girls will be hanging out on that end of the fence if they are in heat, hopefully. So you guys can eat all the leaves from the fallen trees. The whole smorgasbord. Meanwhile, over here, our breeding situation. Oh, excuse me with my hiccups. My goodness. Yesterday, I think Winnie, so that's the girl right here with the pink collar on, blue rope on, because she's still kind of wild. She's hard to catch. I had her in with Grant yesterday. He was all over her, very interested. She was very unhappy about the arrangement, yelling like she's yelling right now. And then, so I took her out, and then about 4 or 5 hours I put her back in, and I think she was completely done because then he didn't pay any attention to her. And yeah, didn't pay any attention to her. And so I figured I must have just missed her heat cycle. So these yearlings, they're not very happy about being left in here with the buck. Reba's definitely not in heat right now, but he seems to think that she's going into heat because he will not stop chasing her around. Poor Reba, I'm sorry. So that is what's happening right now, is he's going to probably exhaust himself with his aggressive breeding right now. So there goes Reba, round and around. There's a good chance in a few hours that she will be in full-blown heat, but we will see. It's just so relieving that Grant is actually doing his job and acting like a buck, because he was not for so long. The only reason why I turned him loose with these girls is because there's no Nigerian dwarves in there. I'm watching very closely. The biggest thing is I want to know when and who gets bred, because that helps me a ton in the due date department, so I know when to watch, when to be doing night checks, that sort of thing. I don't really like the pasture breeding where you don't know when. Oop. Yeah, Grant, I think she's had enough of that. Oop. I just don't like the pasture breeding where I don't know when they've been bred and I don't know when. Like, I've had it before where it's a 6 to 8 week due date window, and that's a pain. Delightful. And there's the others finding weeds and whatnot to eat, I guess. That's where they are. And this is where the big pile of leaves is. So if you think that you can control where your goats go, you really can't, because they will do what they want to do. Honey, you're scaring them. So they like to just do their own thing. Even these guys, I cut them a whole bunch of branches and leaves, and they're like, really? Where's the good stuff, though? We don't want that. We want something else. Hey, you goose. My goodness, so picky. It's like you're spoiled or something. Good morning, itty bitty Tink. Hi. Oh, you're just a friendly one. Yeah, here goes your brother Petey. Hi, Petey. You guys have a good sleep? Yeah. You guys are so cute. Ready to explore? Wanna explore? So I open up the door here because all my feed is in there and all the kitten food is in there. The dogs like to go in there and steal the cat food. The kittens can climb through the fence, but it's also this area of safety for them for now. So they're very good about sticking around. There goes the goats. Hi, you guys. Hi, Rose. You having fun with all the munchies, hey? As long as the goats don't push in there, then we'll be fine, because they're going to smell that grain is the problem, so. Tika, get him! Tika, get him! Get him! She doesn't remember how to herd anything. She used to herd cows really well, but not anymore. Miss Daisy. Oh, now you got scared. Hey, guys. Hey, kitties. Another problem is the fact that these guys can climb underneath this gate, and then they will literally just climb on these bales and poop and pee on them, so I'm going to throw them back into the pen. I keep saying I'm going to clean up. Oh my goodness, somebody found the munchies. Let's look at you. Oh my goodness, you look like you're about 5 months pregnant. Bambi, you're huge. So their left side is where the food pouch is. That's why it sticks up so much. You ate a lot of food. My goodness. You guys all look pretty chunky and happy. Hey, Miss Reba and Rebel. Oh, she just pooped on my shoe. Thanks for that. Okay, let's put you guys back in. But we're going to move Grant back to his boy pen. Oh, go in. Come on. In you go. Rebel, come on. Rebel, come on, go in. I don't want everybody else running. Oh, okay, well. No, you guys stay in. Actually, no. You three could probably go out now. That's fine. Hi, kitty. You're kind of in the middle of everywhere. Hey? Alright. You guys can go out and have a turn. Browsing around. Bambi, stay in. Rebel, come on. Come on. No. Oh my goodness. There. There we go. Watch out! Miss Tinkerbell. Tinky and Petey. There. Back in the pen for a drink of water. And now you guys can lay down and have a nap and chew your cud. What's the deal? Why are you way over by yourself? Hey? Let's take you back to your pen, okay? I don't even want to touch the rope because he's been peeing on everything. Come on, let's go. Come on, dude. Come on, let's go. Come on. Go, boy. Nope. He says, those girls were mean to me. Come on, let's go. Check this bad boy out. Pretty swanky. It's definitely not ours, but it is here for 10 hours of work. Yeah. I genuinely feel bad for the lack of structure and organization to my videos, and especially the last few videos. I've honestly had like a whole bunch of random stuff stockpiled without really a proper plan, and that's on me. I have to figure out a better plan and schedule for uploading videos for you guys. Otherwise, I feel like the sheer amount of content is probably overwhelming. I'm not sure what you guys think about that. I'm trying to be better organized, but if you look around at my whole yard, if I were to show you in my house, you would see just how badly disorganized everything is right now. And so I feel like it's just an accurate reflection of my life in general. So I want to thank you guys for being so patient with me in my, super duper expert video making and recording. You guys are so patient, so thank you. I feel like I say it a lot, but there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. Sometimes I am just overwhelmed and I don't know where to start. So I just start somewhere, but then like little pieces of things get done, but the whole thing of like a whole project doesn't usually get finished. This is what I was talking about with this gate. I think I left it open, and then obviously somebody got up here. They pooped on my $10 hay bale. And if they pee on it, or step on it, or poop on it, then they won't eat it. I mean, there's obviously they'll eat some of that, but oh man, hey? At least you're just an easy keeper, right? So I hope you don't mind my scatterbrained and crazy life that I choose to share with you, much to my embarrassment sometimes. I'm like, how am I sharing this with the public? Like, I'm embarrassed of the state of our property right now. It's mostly just because there's so many things on the go, and I probably will readily admit that I've probably bit off more things than I can chew right now. And so in an attempt to maintain my sanity, some things don't get done and don't get accomplished in a timely manner. As long as the animals are healthy and happy and safe, and I am prioritizing my own health, my family, my kids, my faith, it's gonna be messy, and sometimes that just has to be okay. As much as I really, really struggle with things not being perfect and not being done not being clean, not being organized. It truly drives me crazy, but there's only so much I can do at a time. So things like this, where when I take the ties off of the hay bales, I had made a pile of the strings, and then now the strings, you know, are everywhere. I'm gonna pick that up. But when you're going and doing things as fast as you can, sometimes it's easy just to leave a mess in your wake, right? You guys are so cute. We'll get it figured out, right? Thumper, you're the troublemaker. You're gonna go back in your pen. Oh, Tika, you so nice to the babies. You're a stinker. See, it didn't take me that long. Take my empty feed bags and trash to the dumpster. Tink, do you like the goats or what? You love the goats. That's so silly. So cute.
Were they best buddies?
They're playing. My kids didn't close the door, or the screen door at least, and so now there's a whole bunch of flies in my house. And you wonder why everything's a mess. Is because it feels like as soon as one thing is done, something else falls behind. And I just can never really fully catch up. I cleaned the kitchen this morning, but now I have to take care of lunch dishes, which there's not very many of them, but it's just those things that you have to keep on a constant wheel of motion. Otherwise, things get backlogged and it becomes very overwhelming and exhausting. Sometimes I wish there was two of me because right now I'm trying to juggle a great many things, and so naturally some things start falling by the wayside. So I am just quickly washing Ladybug's bucket out. I'm gonna fill it up with new milk, take it up to her in the pen. I'm gonna try to see if I have time to lock up the 3 goats in the buck that are just free ranging right now. And then I am headed to town to go get my hair cut. So I was looking at my hair the other day and I was like, I really should just get a haircut. I usually only get my hair cut like once a year because it's just not something that's, it's not that I don't enjoy getting my hair cut, but for the longest time it feels like my hair takes a long time to grow out. But also it's usually not super cheap. And I like growing my hair long, so typically my hair grows out and then I chop off a good, 4 or 5 inches, and then sorry, I'm scrambling around because I have to get moving, but of course, can't put my phone down. I usually just chop off all my hair and then grow it out for another year and then chop it off again. But I figured, you know what? Before my mom goes back to work full-time, she's a teacher, I need to get my hair cut so that I have somebody to watch the kids, because I can't exactly go for a hair appointment if I don't have anybody to watch the kids. And so I was like, well, I better just do that now instead of later. And I checked to see if my hairdresser had an appointment available, and she had one. Like, I checked yesterday, she had an availability for this afternoon. Called my mom and was like, hey, does this work to watch the kids? And she's like, yep, sounds good, bring them over. And so there we go. I'm going to get my hair cut. Somebody's having a big nap in the sunshine. Are you having a big nap in the sunshine? Yeah? Oh, it's a big nap. Oh, aren't you so sweet? Yeah. Oh, your chin has got hay stuck to it. Do you want some milk? Brought you some milk. Yeah. Watch your head on that. Seriously? You guys have all of the stuff to eat in the world out here, and you have to go in here and make a mess of my hay. No. Get out, get out, no. Get out, get out, get out. Get out. No. Get down. Get down, you stupid things. Get. I am not gonna lie. I am seething right now. Literally one spot that is gated off. And the goats had to pick that spot to climb underneath the fence to go poop and pee and lay on my expensive and perfectly good and well-kept hay bales that I have very few left of to feed these animals, which is why I have been letting the goats free range like that. Sometimes I wish that I made this stuff up, but I'm not making it up. They literally chose that one spot where I store my square bales to dive underneath. You saw how tight of a fit that was. Willow almost got stuck. But that was the place that they all had to go. And my stinky buck was in there too, which guaranteed he was peeing all over his face and being all nasty and being all bucky. And guess what? They're probably not even going to want to eat some of that hay because they pooped and peed on it. Not exactly what I wanted to come home to when I'd just gotten all nice and pampered. On the bright side of things, I bought myself some new dishcloths for the kitchen, and they're really soft and fluffy, and it makes me happy. The other thing I bought when I was, you saw me standing in a warehouse. I wasn't doing that just for fun. I was grabbing some bags of ready mix concrete. So it's just the powder, you mix it with water, and then you can make concrete, because the mini hoe that you saw earlier, yeah, let me show you. There you go. You thought my yard was messy before, and now I have a gigantic trench in the middle of it. So you wonder why I don't clean very often? It's because we typically just make a bigger mess and make big piles of dirt and holes in the ground. So if you don't know what we're doing, we're putting in water lines, and hence the concrete. We're gonna make a little concrete slab to put the water on, and I will do a whole nother video probably on this whole process, but it's been a long time in the making, and we finally figured that we had some enough extra cash to rent the mini hoe to be able to dig this whole trench, because there was no way that I was going to let him try to dig the rest of that by hand, because he dug that other trench by hand, and I was like, no, you're not digging through tree roots by hand. No, just get a mini hoe. I'd have to look at the paperwork, but I think it's like $400 or $500 to rent it for 10 hours of work. So yep. But hopefully he'll get the trench done so that we can put the water line in, and then we can also use it to maybe do a little bit of pasture cleanup, but we'll see. It's not exactly the biggest hoe for knocking down trees, so I don't really care. I told him, I said, all I want is for this water line to be done. That's all I care about. I don't care about anything else right now. Let's just get this project done so we can have our yard back. I guess sometimes there's truth to saying sometimes you have to tear things down in order to build things up. Or in this case, dig things down until you can build things. Guess we'll do one last try with Grant. You might get filthy up there, yep. Hey? He was paying attention to you this morning and you were hanging out by him, so. Sirens. What now? Uh-oh. That's an ambulance, another emergency vehicle, and then a first responder, and then a fire truck. Probably some kind of an accident. Alright. Let's go for your date. Rose, you're such a silly girl. She's not real interested in him. She's not being mean to him either, but I don't know. He gets that crazy buck look in his eyes, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything either. Especially with a mature doe like this, if she's not really interested and she's not really all over him kind of thing, they're usually quite flaggy, very like, I want a boy, for lack of better way to describe that. And she's not. She's very just disinterested. So I'm just gonna put her back in the pen. He's like, just now is all of a sudden a little bit interested in her, acting. I gotta back up because he's spraying everywhere. That's disgusting. Oh my goodness. I gotta back up even further. But she's not acting like she's interested. One more emergency vehicle just went by. I'm not sure what kind of romance they have going on here, but she seems to be enjoying rubbing her head all over him. I think Rose just loves everybody and he just doesn't know what to do about it. Got the bath water running because the kids are filthy dirty from playing in the dirt piles. I have a soother in my pocket because, you know, that's just part of mom life. Exciting news is that okay, well, that wasn't good. Really exciting news is that we are getting some hay bales tonight. So we are getting some big round bales tonight, and we are getting 16 of them. So this gentleman told me that they're 5x5 bales, which my husband told me they're about 60-inch round bales, around 1,100 pounds. And I did the quick math, and it should feed our horses for about 90 days. 90. So about 3 months if we're pitching them hay and rationing it, not like underfeeding them, but feeding them what they need rationing it along the way. So that is a huge relief to at least have a chunk of hay coming our way. By mid-September, we will know for sure from the grouchy hay supplier if he actually has hay for us or not. We spoke for 20, and his are really, really large round bales. They're about 16 or 1700 pounds, I believe. And so if we get 20 of those, we should be looking okay for the winter. So that's a huge relief to at least have feed for a good chunk of the time. Potentially, if all goes well, we spoke for at least 20 hay bales, and that guy said, oh yeah, I should have at least 20, but then he's been really difficult to deal with, so we just haven't really known if we're actually getting any hay or not. So that's kind of the story there. Hopefully he has like 30 bales for us, because I would take extras on a year like this year. And for some reason, like if we notice come March or something, oh, like we actually have a ton of extras and we have neighbors who need some extra feed, then we'd absolutely be, sell it off to neighbors or other people who need hay as well. So there's that option, as well as there's nothing wrong with storing hay through the summer, and in case we get another summer of really bad haying weather, where the hay crops are just not producing well, then it would be nice to be able to have a few bales going into next winter from this year. It doesn't hurt to have extras. You really don't want to short suit yourself with buying feed for your animals, but that is a huge relief, a huge blessing, a huge answer to prayer. I know some of you guys were praying as well that we would be able to find hay for our animals, so it is going to be so relieving to have a bunch of hay bales sitting in our yard. We're not going to cut into them right away. Sorry, my kids are yelling. But yeah, that's awesome news. As always, thanks so much for tagging along with this video. I hope that you consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I will see you guys down the road.